Hello, world. This is Chris Aballo's podcast experiment, and I am Chris Aballo. Welcome to the show, the first episode of 2026. We are back for a weekly run for who knows how many weeks. We'll get into a little bit of that later.
To be determined.
Be quiet over there.
Okay.
Nobody knows who you are yet. Yeah. They totally do. Anyway, joining me to kick things off, you definitely recognize this guy, making a triumphant return. I say that a lot, but this time I mean it.
I am triumphant. Thank you. Michael Zapcic, how you doing, folks?
Exactly.
Hey.
Mike Zapcic, everybody. And also, back, as expected, though, not nearly as much of a surprise,
No.
but
Not even a little.
no less valued than Chance Pop Secret Stash Manager Mike Zapcic. Christian Cortez.
What's up?
There
Glad
he
to
is,
be here.
on his own camera. And that is,
He's got a camera, too.
that is not a weight crack. He just happened to be, you know, we had plans that it was going to be a four-piece show, and it didn't work out. So, yeah. Before, listen, you were going to say something.
It was going to be 4-piece and a biscuit, but the biscuit dropped out.
And we couldn't decide on the side. So.
Yeah, no.
This is true. And joining us now, we have a new misfit in the fold, ladies and gentlemen. Joining us as engineer. Please
Imagineer,
welcome.
no.
Yeah,
Envisioneer.
Envisioneer. More of that on a future episode, which it was recorded already before this one. But regardless, joining us as our not so invisible engineer, Jack. Engineer Jack.
Hey guys, what's up? It's
How's
Jack.
it going? Oh my God!
It's Infinity Jack.
Don't mind me.
OBS
I'm stuck in Adobe right now. Don't worry.
OBS Infinity. There was. I forget. There
I
is-
didn't know OBS was a character on this show.
Jack is the voice of OBS.
I've got a bone to pick with you, OBS.
I'm a sentient OBS.
Oh my God! People are tripping out right now. Like anybody
what
who's
the fuck?
anybody who's legitimately high while watching the show is just like, oh my God, man!
I shouldn't have looked at that screen.
Yeah, it's a portal. It's endless Christians and Mikes. It's like,
AI is using that as porn.
Wait, cut to 4. Ah!
how deep does this hole go? Oh wait, no, wait. Start on 2 and then cut to 4. All right, ready? Do it now, Christian. Oh my God!
I love that.
That's right. We may be older, but we're just as dumb. So
Stupid.
it's so stupid, sir.
So stupid. We're
Yeah.
so stupid. We're going to hire Eric Roberts. Oh, my God.
Possibly, he may be joining the panel. So we're back, everybody.
$200 to get him on the podcast.
2027. Not even. I think
300 to keep him away.
I tell you what. But I mean, look, we can get him. It's less than $200. What's his cameo rate? I guarantee. I guarantee it's
like $12. $12 and a liverwurst sandwich.
Liverwurst is being generous, bro. Oh man,
that may be the title. $12.
you get half a piece of bread, and there might be a little bit of mold on the corner.
That's the one to beat. $12 and a liverwurst sandwich is the one to beat, everybody. Okay, so legitimate guess now. What do you think Eric Roberts' cameo price is? Let's start with you, Jack OBS.
Why do I think you actually know it?
Was it $10? $10?
$10 and a peanut butter sandwich.
Okay.
I like how you include food. Like he's that starved.
Yeah, it
he's
is.
like, I need a meal.
It's on the rider.
I need a meal with my cameo rates.
It's like the sandwich you could probably get.
It's courtesy, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, because you know Cameo takes 20%.
That's true.
It comes with an Instacart voucher. Just to me.
$60 and an encore entree.
They mail you a
The
Groupon.
family. I want a family veal parmesan.
I'm gonna say he's like $150.
I'm going to say that he is probably $80.
All right. Where are we looking?
Christian is the closest.
Really? What is it?
$1,000 plus is literally the rate listed.
Wow.
Yes, you may.
I just want to say this. The reasons to get video.
Oh.
Scare someone.
Oh my God, Eric Roberts is alive.
Pep talk. Advice. Or question. Who would fucking ask for advice from Eric Roberts?
If you're asking Eric Roberts for advice.
Eric Roberts, how do I make a quick $1,000?
Yeah, the question.
Oh God.
You charge $1,000? You really charge $1,000? Seriously, $1,000? It's
That's
like, dude, I
fascinating.
already answered the question once. No more.
I mean, it
$1,000.
literally is the dark. But his reviews are 4.98 stars. Like he's incredibly highly rated.
Of course,
So
there's only
those
one
better
review.
be-
It's
those
a
better
rich
be
people.
rich
people.
$1,000.
Those better be cinematic fucking cameos.
Average
you know
video
what I mean?
length, a minute 14.
Really?
So
Wow.
they're
That is-
thoughtful.
Oh my God.
Okay, here's the funny thing. Only 9 left at this price. So this must be Eric Roberts' rate automatically just based on demand. So he must be heavily demanded. He got
Who's
612
out
reviews.
here? Who's asking for Eric
Oh my
Roberts?
God.
I know we're cracking jokes.
At least
Why
612
is he in demand?
At least 612 people because that's how many reviews he got.
That's $612,000 right there. That's
yeah.
And you're saying that those are the only people based on the
Based
reviews.
on the reviews.
But
Yes.
Oh my God.
traditionally speaking, only 10% of people give reviews. So he's looking at that's like $1 million. Well, more than $1 million.
Well, Cameo, I
bucks.
think, takes 20 or 25%. I forget what they take.
He's
That's-
walking
still-
away with a hefty chunk of
He's
change.
still
$3
walking away
million.
at $750 a Cameo, let's say.
Okay.
I mean, I want to know what the plus is. Is it like, I'll give you a 2-minute video and it'll be $1,500? Like, you need
I'll
to
call
actually
him my
fill,
best friend
you need
and
to
it'll
fill in
be
the information.
2,000.
You
Yeah.
need to fill in
I'll make
the
you a peanut
information.
butter and jelly sandwich, and I'll charge you $5,000.
The plus is that it's the OnlyFans account.
Oh my God.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe he breaks into his sister's house.
If you want to see 60-year-old man nudes.
There you go. Hey, who wants to see my sister's granny underwear?
And this
my
is
God.
why we don't talk.
This is, yeah.
Perverts.
Because I don't cut her in for any of the action.
Wow.
God.
Yeah, she got that Notting Hill money. She doesn't need Cameo money.
No.
Oh,
She
my
got that
God.
Oscar.
Well,
She
do
don't
me a
need it.
favor. Find out if she's on there for Cameo.
She's not.
No.
Are you
She's
not?
Julia
No
Roberts.
chance.
No, try.
There's
She would be
zero
caught-
chance.
She would be
Zero
caught
chance.
dead on there.
If he's charging $1,000, what would Julia Roberts charge?
5,000.
Bullshit. That's
Bullshit.
lowballing it. Julia Roberts is not on Cameo.
Okay.
Hell
yeah,
no.
yeah, no shit.
I mean, I looked up for his sake. I knew the answer right away. I
Yeah.
was like, "There's no chance."
Is Ernie Hudson?
I would have to say
I hope not. I
no.
kinda
Over the
hope
past
not.
5 years, he has like skyrocketed.
Yeah.
So no, I don't
He's
think
done
he's on.
very well for himself.
Yes, but he was.
But he's a cool
Did
dude.
I ever tell
so-
you he was?
Eric Hudson is on Cameo.
Is he really?
Guess his rate.
Ernie Hudson, not Eric Hudson.
Yeah, not
Eric Hudson.
Oh
is
shit!
dead.
Sorry, guys. That's a typo.
Oh really? So
Wait, how is something in my
Ernie.
cart?
Ernie. What?
Eric
got-
Roberts is in my cart. And I didn't book anything. What a ripoff!
I didn't even put I didn't even want to put that. I wanted him to scare.
Yeah,
something.
I don't want anyone to know.
Congratulations, you just bought a cameo from Eric Roberts. What the fuck?
Oh, my Google Wallet. No.
If you're on Eric Roberts' page for longer than 30
Jesus.
seconds, it just automatically buys it for you.
Oh my God.
He's like, listen, no dicking around. You're gonna get a cameo from me.
Listen, you little bitch, you're paying for my cameo. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
A couple of things before we get to price. Okay. Eric Roberts was 1 to 7 days delivery. Ernie Hudson is 24-hour delivery.
Ooh.
Ernie Hudson has his rating out of 5 stars is 5 stars.
Ooh.
And
How many
1.3 thousand reviews. So more than twice as many as Eric Roberts.
I mean, yeah.
I knew Ernie was cool.
At best, 1/7 of the delivery time. Or at worst, 1/7 of the delivery time. Jack Obbs, because OBS is trademarked. Jack Obbs, what do you say Ernie Hudson charges?
$10 and a caviar sandwich.
And a caviar
sandwich. I'm gonna go $350.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 5,000.
$195.
Oh,
What?
Yes. 190. So we could get Ernie Hudson on this show for $195.
You know what? I've met Ernie Hudson. Great guy.
That's what I've had. Friends have met him at cons and said he's.
Well, I actually filmed with him for Comic Book Men.
Oh, right.
He was actually considering quitting acting
When?
when I was talking to him.
Right. So
that
that's
was like
20.
2000.
You guys wrapped in
2015?
2017?
2015.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, he was like-
well, Ghostbusters then popped back off, and then he
Scorpion.
got a Scorpion. And
Right.
he
'Cause
also
he was-
had a crazy TV show on BET that did really well. Yeah, Ernie
He was
Hudson's
also-
kind of in
was it
his
Green. What was that show? Greenleaf or something?
Greenleaf.
Was that
He
it?
was pissed off because he had
No.
to keep
was something
auditioning.
else.
He's like, I shouldn't have to fucking audition.
I mean, that is
I'm Ernie
bullshit.
Hudson.
I
And
mean,
I'm like,
we
you
were,
are
we
Ernie
were
Hudson.
just talking about
40
this.
And I
years
told
in.
him, and I said to him, I'm like, please don't do that. I'm like, please
You're
don't
Ernie
quit.
Hudson.
You're Ernie fucking Hudson. Number one, you were the guy that we wanted to have here.
Right.
You know, because we were doing the ice cream truck as a comic book like mobile store.
I got to watch that
It
episode.
was horrible. It was horribly good. It was actually,
It was a good experience, but a horrible
it was
episode.
funny. No,
Okay.
it was funny as shit.
Oh, okay.
But Ernie was he was a gentleman,
No
just
doubt.
a really great guy, fun to talk to. But he was a little bit, he was like, I have to go back and do another fucking audition for this goddamn movie. It's like,
That's
You
crazy.
either
That's
know or you
crazy.
don't. Like for him,
And-
like
and
I think
people
he's
do-
earned that.
To play what? Like, what is it?
to play
you
an
know what I
Ernie
mean?
Hudson
I mean-
type of character.
Yeah, but still, but it's
That's
like, what is it like? I don't know if he could do this. Like, I don't
No,
even
he
know
could
what
do
that could
fucking
be.
anything. He's just
Anytime
amazing.
he pops up in something, immediate smile. I'm
Of
like,
course.
look who's here.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
I
so
get
happy to
happy.
see. Seeing Miss Congeniality in 2000, I was just like, Ernie Hudson, great.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm sitting here thinking,
So-
is Ernie Hudson going to be pissed at me for like?
for saying he's a
Talking
gentleman.
No,
Right.
I mean no, for saying like, we were
I
having,
think-
we were having a moment.
I think he
Yeah.
would open up about it
I think
and
he
just say,
appreciate the honesty
he
because
was-
at being at that age in his
He was
career,
like, this fucking sucks. And I'm like, absolutely it sucks. I'm like, who the fuck are these people?
yeah, at almost
You
70.
gotta be.
To have- I mean, after at that point, 40 years.
And
In
I mean,
film?
so iconic. I mean, Hand the Rocks to Cradle. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
That for me. I mean, I love me some Ghostbusters, but Hand the Rocks to Cradle is my favorite Ernie Hudson movie.
but it's
Really?
like it's also just the fact that he's just one of those character actors where you're just, again, like I said, happy that he's around, happy that he's still working,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
awesome to see that he's still getting leads. We were saying current roles that he was in post Ghostbusters 2015, like he's a major part of that franchise now to the point that like he's kind of an ambassador for the world.
They
of
kind of
Ghostbusters.
retconned Winston's
Yeah.
story a bit because he didn't get a lot of. Well, I get in the context of in those movies. I mean, now everybody kind of looks back and says, "Hey, that's not fair." But like, he came in the first movie at the point when his character should have come in, when they were obviously overworked and blah blah blah. So I don't fault them
and
for
that
that.
has to do with
But
also the original script was tailored for Eddie Murphy. Eddie
Right.
Murphy was supposed to be in that.
Yeah.
Right.
And they
And
had
then
to
he
cut
popped
that
off.
out.
When he
Yeah,
bowed
exactly.
out,
Yeah.
that's when they reduced
Right.
that character role.
Of course,
Right.
but everybody,
I mean, everybody related to Winston. He was the one that was like, "What the fuck is
that
all
was the
this
point.
shit?"
He was the everyman. He was the
Yeah.
one who goes in like,
yeah,
I didn't believe in any of this. Now I see shit that'll turn you white.
What's interesting though, when you talking about the disrespect, is like it goes back to even then. Like he had to audition to play his own character on the cartoon,
Which is
and was then
ridiculous.
rejected.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that, I don't get.
that pisses me
Yeah,
off because
that
it's
is-
Arsenio Hall who's doing that. And it's like, no disrespect to Arsenio, but fuck you, Arsenio. Disrespect to you.
Well, I mean, he was,
Honestly,
Arsenio wasn't anybody when the cartoon started. At the time.
well,
So
he was riding Eddie's coattails a a bit at that point.
But Coming to America hadn't come out, I think, when the Ghostbusters cartoon. That predates Coming
no
to
one's
America.
watching the credits of the real Ghostbusters and going Arsenio Hall. Like no one's doing that
Right.
yet.
But it probably was a price thing. We know how this shit goes. It was probably Ernie Hudson's in the movie. It's going to cost more. Let's
mean,
get
it's-
this comedian to do it because that's who Arsenio was prior to Coming to America and prior to being a talk show host. So
should have gotten Montel.
But now it's gotten to a point where he is just. I mean, it's unfortunate that it's in his 80s, but like now he's being given roles.
But at least while he's alive.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. I feel like it's like Alan Rickman's one of those guys. I feel like he's more beloved now than he was his lifetime. Not that people didn't love him, but I feel like now everyone's like, oh my God.
Especially
Wasn't Alan
because he
Rickman
went
the
away.
best?
He's taken
You know
that
what I mean?
sainthood.
100%.
Like from Hollywood.
So the
especially because he
idea.
left Hollywood under such extreme specific circumstances because he was just like, I'm done, I'm gonna go take care of my kids because my wife just died, I'm out. And when he just came back for the
You're
new
talking about
Comic-Con
Rick Moranis.
for Moranis.
We're talking about Alan Rickman.
Oh, Alan Rickman.
I was like, wait, what? I was like,
Yeah, seriously.
Alan
But you
Rickman's
said
alive.
no. I could have sworn you said Rick Moranis. That was why I
I
was
said
like,
Alan
wait.
Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
I said Alan. No, Rick Moranis has always been beloved. I don't
I
think
was
that
like, wait a second.
like he kind of left when he was on the. I mean, not on the incline, but still peaking.
Yeah, Honey, we shrunk
my
ourselves.
God.
He was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I mean, well, at that point, it's a directed video movie or whatever.
Can I
But-
just say that Marcia Strassman was amazing as an actress, and again, a woman who really should have gotten more due.
There's so many stories like that, though, where
But
it's like, we wish we could have given these people flowers while they were still here.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. But you know what? It's interesting. So we were talking just before we got started that this morning I listened to Howard Stern's episode with Taylor Sheridan, who doesn't do a lot of interviews. And, and obviously, I'm sure turns them down constantly, but it's also an hour and 40 minutes, so they get into some stuff. And one of the interesting things, because Taylor Sheridan was an actor, he was on Sons of Anarchy for the first 2 seasons, and he wasn't getting paid. Right, they did a bunch of stuff. And part of it was there was a dispute when it came to pay. You know, he was only guaranteed. I mean, it's a clip that's out there that went out the day, I think, of the interview, where he talks about he was going to get, they were going to give him like $15,000 and a 10-episode guarantee or something, and he was like, you know, after management and taxes and all that other stuff, he's like, I can't. Like, I'm making more at my he was on Sons of Anarchy and still working another day job at the same time because they only shoot X amount of episodes for basic cable. So,
that is nuts.
Well, but that's
that's Hollywood.
But now it's more than it was even then. Back then, it was like, really, that's it? Like, this isn't the show a big deal? So what he talked about and the example he gave, and he's right, and this is fresh in my mind, which is why I'm bringing it up, but it's very relevant when it comes to people kind of not getting their due. He said, let's say, he's like, when you're an actor, and it's one of the reasons he became a writer and a showrunner and all that, because he said, when you're an actor, you don't have control over your career at all, really. He said, just navigating a career, like he's Brad Pitt is an example of just like how he's been able to navigate. Is like whether or not you like Brad Pitt. He said he's been able to, for 30 plus years, do overall pick smart projects and, carve out a career for himself. But he said, when you're an actor, he's like, it's the 90s. He's like, you could do this indie film, which doesn't pay much, or you could do a sitcom pilot. And if it gets picked up, you're getting, $30,000 an episode and blah, blah, blah. He's like, you're going to do the sitcom as opposed to the tiny indie film. Yeah. He's like, but the sitcom can get canceled after 6 episodes. The indie movie could be Dazed and Confused, which then has a life well beyond. He said, but he said, you don't have control over that. And he's like, that's the part that sucks about being an actor is you have no control of your career. And when you look at it from that perspective creatively, I mean, look, we talked about it. We were in I don't remember if we talked about it in the filmmaking special, but The Out, our short film that debuted in 2023, link will be in the description. Whether you're watching or listening, the link's always down in the description. But
gotta pay for it though.
So the block that we
it's free.
But it's free. It's on YouTube. But
you gotta Venmo us to get it.
Christian, $10 and a peanut butter sandwich to watch our short film.
No, and a caviar sandwich.
You don't like caviar. You're like, I'm selling it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm saving it up though until I have a bucket's worth, and then I'm going down to I'm going to Collinswood. Anyway, so the block that the Out played in at Smod Castle Film Festival. And there was that animated short, which you did see it,
yes.
Right? Okay, so it was an animated short. It was very funny. It was a period piece done in, I forget where. It was in Russia. It was a couple centuries ago where the story took place.
Yes.
But it got the biggest laughs in the block. And I was jealous of the laughs. I wasn't like, oh my God, I wish I'd come up with this idea. I was just like, they were getting so many laughs because it was this very funny animated, like 10-minute, would have been perfect for like Adult Swim, which is what the entire audience thought because the Q&A afterwards, the guys they're getting most of the questions for obvious reasons, right? That was the big hit of I think 6 films were in the block.
Yeah.
Or 8. I think it was 6.
And yours was third or second?
Ours was the second. Our lead-in was a strange short about the guy who, like some guy captured the Jersey Devil. And
you got to remember, I was working that festival that year.
No, I know, but you were also
I was able to bounce in for yours and then stick around for that one, and then I was gone.
And you agreed to be in another block too for somebody else who was showing a film because you're like that. You're flitting around the festival. So anyway, everybody in the audience is just like, has anyone at Adult Swim seen this? Does anybody know about that? And he said, yes. He's like, so we had a meeting with Adult Swim. I think it was 8 people. And 7 of them were gung-ho, and one of the people said, I don't know about this. And that was enough to kill it. It went no further than that one meeting. 7 yeses, 1 maybe, and it went nowhere.
They should have killed him.
But it's one of those things, like it really is a microcosm in the industry where it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, do you remember that? But yeah, exactly. And it was 8 people, I believe. Maybe it was 6 people. It was 5 gung-ho and 1 maybe. But it's like that's all it takes. It takes like just the one doubt, and then they're like, I don't know about this, and that's that, which is it's such a drag. So yeah, everything's just so crazy in terms of you don't know where it goes. So all that because with the way actors go and actors getting parts and auditions, and there's I'm in a couple of weeks there'll be episodes I'm pulling from the archive from the early days of Cape, kind of talking about this whole thing. There's a great Ridley Scott story from a guest, which again we'll get into in a couple of weeks. I'll get to that at the time, but as far as auditioning and just kind of how random all of that stuff can go. But yeah, there are a lot of people who you don't know. I mean, we not to toot my own horn, but just similarly, like there was myself and my co-star from the short film The Out, Ugo. We went to a film festival because our friends had a short in a festival that was in New York, and we're watching the other festivals in this block playing before theirs. And we literally leaned over to each other basically at the same time, just like, how did we not get into more festival? Like, look at this stuff, you know? And not in a bad way, not criticizing anyone's art or voice, but we were just kind of like, this stuff got in, but like we got 26 rejections for our film. Like, it was just kind of strange to look at it and just think, this is, it's
random.
It's all random. It's so much of it's random, so much of it's luck.
And it's also friends of friends. Some festivals get to a point where it's just like, hey, we can put in our people.
Of course. Well, I mean, it's political too. That was another excellent point Taylor Sheridan made for because he wrote Sicario, and that got no nominations, and then he does
film.
Hell or High Water, and his thing was like, you got to campaign, you got to go campaign, and blah blah blah. And he said, well, if I need to campaign, then it's not because it's a good movie. It's because I went out to 80 dinners and blah, blah, blah. Like he was saying, like, it's because I had to convince these people to nominate. And I think it did end up winning one Oscar.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
It did?
It did. No.
Oh, it didn't win any? I think
That
it got
was
nominated for a few.
because that was the year of La La Land. And,
And
Moonlight.
Hollywood loves movies about Hollywood. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sicario, it did get 3 nominations.
Oh, no,
Sicario.
Hell or High Water. This wasn't Sicario.
I know, because you said like Sicario didn't get any Oscar nominations.
Oh, it got nominated?
It did.
It didn't win.
It got 3, but they weren't for Taylor Sheridan stuff. It wasn't for
okay.
original.
There's like
All right,
production
I forget.
design.
Yeah, cinematography.
Okay, it was technical. It was technical award.
But
It
none
wasn't
like
a-
writing, acting,
Gotcha.
directing, all that.
Okay, all right, that was my mistake. Maybe that was it. It didn't win. So then he did the rounds when it came to Hell or High Water
And then
a
he
year or
got
two
nominated.
later.
And then he got nominated for the writing and the acting and the best picture.
And that was his whole thing, his whole, kind of dissonance when it came to awards and just saying, if you need to go out and campaign for all this, it's not because it's actually good. It's because you're going out there and trying to get it.
Because you're sitting there, you're doing the little tickle. you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the drag of all of it.
Which
Is
is,
that doesn't mean
again,
it's the
politics
best.
and bullshit. 'Cause
It was so
yeah.
strange to find that out because I remember, like when you're a movie fan when you're younger and you hear about the Academy Awards, like you think just
Big.
best of the best, big
best,
thing.
the best.
When you then learn that it's just
Politics?
it's all Hollywood politics behind the scenes, who
Right.
you're shaking hands with,
Yeah.
and then also learning how some of these people vote. It's so disheartening. Like like even when it comes to animation, because I'm huge with that.
They fucking hate animation.
With animation, they're like, oh, whatever my kid liked, like, and it's so like you're missing out on
Yeah.
actual.
So the fucking
It's-
Super
yeah.
Friends were nominated again.
It's so funny about that because like you can pinpoint the moment when like the voters for that award, their kids got older because now they're just like they're giving the award to like foreign stuff. Like they gave it to like Flow, which is Latvian. They gave it to like a Hayao Miyazaki movie a couple years ago.
But then the popular vote comes back because then they're like, oh yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters is an Academy
Yeah,
Award-winning movie.
yeah.
And I'm like,
There's
K-pop
still
Demon
that.
Hunters is good.
I like it,
It's
yeah.
not like.
But another thing with like the
What happened to
Oscars.
the Mike Tyson mysteries, for fuck's
I mean,
sake?
why
isn't that?
That'd be
Adult-
Emmys.
Camera 2. Bring that shit back right now, Adult Swim. You know we need it. It's so good.
Adult Swim doesn't exist anymore, man. They
I
squashed
know,
it.
it's all
They
conglomerate.
squashed it.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
David
Back to the
Zaslav.
Taylor Sheridan stuff.
Oh, sure.
though. I mean, that man, he doesn't have a bad thing happen. I mean, his fingers are all.
Yeah.
I've been binge watching a whole shit ton of
His shows?
Not just. Well, I didn't even know they were his shows until I'm like, oh fuck, that's Taylor
If you watch on
Sheridan.
Paramount Plus, is his show.
Yeah, I know, yeah, exactly.
Paramount Plus,
Sheridan
a good
Plus.
section of it is Sheridan Plus.
Yeah,
Totally.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I started to watch Yellowstone because Costner. No matter what Costner puts out, even if it's a really shitty English accent that he's trying
But
to
you're
do.
going to get a performance.
He does, and he brings people that he likes to work with him.
Yeah.
And I was talking to, and not to drop names or anything, but I was talking to Michael Rooker, and I was like, you know what? I loved Horizon. I thought you were great in it. He's like, you know what? That Costner loves putting, roots down. put roots down and let's see where this thing's gonna fucking go.
I really enjoyed.
I do want to see.
I'm
want to see
curious to
Horizon.
see where it goes. I just am like, he's probably just going to self-distribute it at this point, just because.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Yeah, because I remember I was in LA when the first film came out, and my dad's like, "Oh, we should see that." And Dad's like, "We're not going to see that. It's too long." It's like I'm not going to go see that.
To me, I'd be like, fuck it.
You go see that. You go see
Get 2
that.
popcorns. You're relaxing.
Yeah. Right.
You're
But
into
I'm
an
biased because I'm a
experience.
young person. I wasn't there when Kevin Costner was thing. So I'm going to my dad's like,
Yeah, for you it's a Western. It's super long.
Another old person.
Who cares?
You know what's funny about Yellowstone? My mom loves Yellowstone. Oh, so much. She just got into it. And I remember exactly because the new show about the Dunton Ranch, she was watching that, and it has Annette Bening in that. And I remember she told me about that because, like, just for a little humble brag, but like I know Warren Beatty's assistant down in L.A., a guy called Logan Sparks. So like, and it's like, oh, you should tell Logan, because he's Warren Beatty's assistant and all that, which is very funny. Because I'm like, okay, it's like, okay, I'll ask him, but like, whatever.
Did it happen? Did he ask?
No, he no.
Oh, he let you down, son of a bitch. What's his name again?
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck him and Eric Roberts.
How dare you?
Overpriced ass Eric Roberts.
I know somebody in Hollywood, huh? I went to his house.
But no, I remember watching Yellowstone for the first time, and I was like, this is actually like good television. I like this. Yeah. And Costner given I think that's not his first TV role, was it?
I'm pretty sure
I think it was.
Yeah, because like
which one was it?
Kevin
Costner.
And I'll be quite honest, one of the only reasons we also watched it was because we got word we got a PM Dawn placement in it. And so I was like, what? We're gonna watch this. So I started watching the show, and then the scene in which they used it, I was like, no fucking way.
Really?
And it was they used I Die Without You. I was like, this is so cool. I was like, this is awesome. So then I was like, Taylor Sheridan's a PM Dawn fan. That's awesome. But then,
we can get him on this show. We can't.
Then you get into the nitty gritty, and you're like, wait, so what else does he have?
Right.
And then you get into all his other shows, and you're just like, oh, okay.
You're like Landman. It's like Billy Bob Thornton.
I fucking love Landman.
Me too.
Landman is
I've heard people like,
good.
that's a piece of shit. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? It's so well written.
What I love about his process too for Taylor is that he'll go to an actor and be like, I have this concept, but I want to tailor it to you.
Well, that's what he did. He was talking about doing the Madison with Michelle Pfeiffer. Before he wrote it, he met with her and said, this is what I want to explore.
Are you interested?
But I want to write, because at a point, he said, you write this with not necessarily anybody in mind, but, now that he can kind of not pick and choose the people he wants to work with. It's kind of both ways. He wants to work with people want to work with him. Like I know Annette Bening was on Dunton Ranch. It's like it's not a surprise.
He's only the producer on that. He's not like
he created the show.
Ultimately,
he's involved, but since it's a Yellowstone spinoff, he's kind of fucked off the Yellowstone.
But that was the funniest thing because he actually said he said Sam Elliott. He wanted him to do the 1883, I think it is.
Yes.
The first in the Yellowstone thing, when he reached out to him, he's like, I don't like Yellowstone. That's a cowboy soap opera. Like he's not a fan. He was not a fan. Now, he didn't do it, Sam Elliott, but he was like,
but he's not wrong. It's still good. It's
right?
just
But he didn't like it. But he was like, no, but this. He's like, I get that, but now I want to do this story. I want to tell you, that's beautiful. I'd love to do that. So he did. He did the 1883 series.
Let me tell you a little something about somebody who says shit like that.
Okay.
That's a cowboy soap opera. Everything's a fucking soap opera. Every TV show that has a through line through it is a soap opera. I mean, Dallas was like one of the very first primetime soap operas.
Yes.
And then you had Dynasty, which came after it.
Right. Falcon Crest that came after that.
Yeah, and Knots Landing, which was a spin-off of Dallas. I mean, I was invested in all these fucking things, and
I knew about them because when the opening credits came on, it was time for me to go to bed. That's the only thing I knew about the
parents
show.
used to let me watch, and I'd watch this shit with my parents at like 9 years old.
Honestly, I relate to that, Zap, because I used to come home from school, and one of the first things I would do after homework was watch an episode of General Hospital with my mom. I remember like the through lines that went on for years. And they were entertaining. Like, yeah, they were extra and soapy. Who cares? But like,
I don't like that General Hospital.
It was fun.
That's soap opera for jag-off doctors.
Yeah, that's a doctor
I don't
soap
watch
opera.
real hospital shows.
But no,
elsewhere.
I mean, you're not wrong. Everything in a weird way is kind of soap opera.
Of course, it is. Rick and Morty is a soap opera.
Oh,
I think it's the train.
thunder.
Is it
No, that's Thunder.
No,
that's not the train.
Oh, my bad. It's my
That is not the freight
headphones.
train.
My bad.
That's the Taylor Sheridan freight train.
But no,
Taylor, if you're
Taylor
watching-
Sheridan train going to the bank.
mayor of
Kingstown.
Kingstown.
Yes.
I'm really enjoying too.
Jeremy Renner? Yeah. Is that one of his?
That's one of his as well.
Really? No
He-
shit.
He co-created
Now I
that
gotta
one.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Bass Reeves
What's
was
the
excellent.
Lioness, Bass Reeves.
Bass Reeves, that's
Did
a
you see
soap
that?
opera. A soap opera.
But that's a qu- I
for
think it's-
Black Cowboys.
I think it's only 8 episodes. That's a quick watch. Have you
was
seen
great.
it? Oh, you
I
saw
have.
it. Okay, excellent.
Are you kidding? I love Bass Reeves. I was a huge fan of his when, I'm a
History
history
yeah.
guy. So, yeah, I love Bass Reeves.
We actually talked about it on the show. I remember you were like specifically because I think there was either a comic or we had an idea for something with Bass Reeves. Like it had come up in conversation.
It's really funny you should say that because I have a comic book coming out.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's on Kickstarter now, and by the time this drops, Kickstarter will be over. But we're going to be doing number 2. So Iron Golem is number 1. We've got on Kickstarter right now.
Link down below.
Link down below.
You also gotta pay
my
for it as well.
Writing partner Mark Florio, great
gonna be
guy, former Navy SEAL, came to me about 2 years ago and asked me if he could bounce some ideas off me. And
Also, for the record, Mike Zapcic is one of the best people to bounce ideas off.
Oh, thank you.
Because you not only will get as hype as I am when I give you an
hell
idea,
yeah.
you will then take it and elevate it like I like to do. You'll be like, but try this. And
Yes.
not do it in a way that's like, do what I say or be rude about it. Like you make it fun. So knowing that process, I was so excited to see what you guys came up with, and
Thank
I
you.
loved the first couple pages.
Period piece. I did give you, and I got to get one to you. Please. One of the ash cans. But so we've already got our 5-story arc, the first arc, done. That's just about ready to rock and roll. We've got a second story arc coming out, second 5-issue story arc, which is going to like wrap everything up because it's set in 1877 and now. So it's a generational thing, and it has to do with the
Kind of
the
like
expansion.
Yellowstone.
Yeah, it's
This guy's going to break out the Sandman.
I like that.
Possible
I like
opportunity.
that Iron Golem.
The Iron Golem is coming out on Kickstarter. You can check it out.
sounds like a soap opera. For
And I remember when you
Yeah,
told
it's
me.
like- yeah,
I
sounds
remember when
like
you
a
told me the title
Navy
for it
SEAL
too.
soap opera.
And I remember I was like, "That's heavy metal. I love
Yeah,
that."
it's pretty badass. So
The Iron Golem.
we're gonna do that, and we've also got Jack Welsh. Shout out to my boy Jack, who works at this
Giant
cache.
Silent Bob Secret
He
Stash.
came up with an idea for his, which plugs into our universe,
Oh, cool.
which is really cool. And then we're going to do another Kickstarter for a book and record, which I'll tell.
You've been wanting to do that for
I-
years.
But this now it is going to be
Perfect
part-
timing.
Exactly, it's going to be part and parcel of this whole universe that we're building. So
Have you
Nice.
And only just because I know you've wanted to do this for so long. Have you figured out how to do the book and record? Like, okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so happy for you.
I just have to. I mean, I have to do the technical details where I have to find somebody who's actually going to press the.
That's easy now.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's printing vinyl, especially with it being hugely popular.
Yeah, we'll do the vinyl, and we'll also have like an not an MP3. We'll have
Digital release.
digital code.
Got it.
That'll just.
I mean, yes, please, multi-format. It drives
Yes,
me
of course.
crazy when records don't come with digital codes because I'm like, this is the least convenient way to play music. I don't understand.
But it's the
Lions
way
made
that
such a
people
resurgence.
love. So, but it's also really cool, and it's like a throwback. And so these guys, wow, it's pouring.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Well, extended episode, everybody.
Oh, damn! I wish I hadn't left my windows open. That's Jersey City, so no, I didn't.
That is 100% rain, dude.
Oh,
It is pouring.
God damn.
All right.
Look how dark it got.
Yeah, there is no light outside. That is hilarious.
Holy shit!
So yeah, we're gonna have Bass Reeves and
He's gonna show up.
Is he really?
Oh my God, yes.
Oh, that's
awesome.
And he's gonna introduce my guys to my version of the Lone Ranger.
Oh, that's going to be fun. That's going to be so
cool.
fun. So much fun.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my God.
How do you? Okay, and I wonder if this is only just a me thing, but when I'm planning something, I tend to get very hype about the what ifs down the line.
Oh yeah.
When you're planning this book, at least this first issue, and even knowing that Jack is going to come in later and add his character and world, how do you kind of stay grounded within just the immediate things you guys are working on without losing yourself in the sauce of like, oh, we could go here, here, and here. Like,
you can do both. That's the really cool thing, is that you don't have to limit yourself to that. I mean, I don't know what your creative process is.
the only reason I limit myself to it is so that I can focus on making at least the first thing still as awesome as it could be.
That's why you have a writing partner.
Okay.
Hence why Christian and I are working on something together.
There
right
you
now,
go.
Because he's like, I got an idea and I don't know 100%. We spent 2 days already working on this one idea that we're officially doing a co-write. Which
That's
is
awesome. See, I'm the guy who is able to like be an architect and do like put this
Point
here.
A to point B,
Yeah,
point C.
Yes.
If you can do the fill in for me, or fill in with me,
Yeah, you fill in the blanks in terms
Yes.
of the story.
which is Mark is fantastic. Mark Florio, shout out to my boy. He has the technical knowledge, and he's also an artist. So he imagines it up here. He does the panel to panel, which for me, I've done that. I did that for the book and record, doing panel to panel to panel to panel. Writing writing all the dialogue, and making sure that this matches what's going on in my head. And it's actually kind of cool.
Because you know what it is too, and it's something I do appreciate now. There's a new show. It just ended, but it premiered in 2023. It was called The Amazing Digital Circus.
Oh,
and one of the cool things about it
I heard about
was
it. I
that
haven't watched
it's a fantastic show. And with each episode, it comes out one at a time. So
Yeah.
like they just instead of making 10 episodes at a time like a typical TV show, they'll drop just episode 1, 6 months later, episode 2. And
It's that spaced out.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
But
It takes a lot to make
makes
that.
you excited for what's to come, especially because it actually fit that narrative for like waiting and stuff.
I'll tell you exactly how that fits into what we're doing. Back in the day, we had to wait month to month.
Months.
Yeah.
Well, month.
For a comic.
Yeah.
And you had to wait. And there was no internet where, oh, here's where we're going, where you can fill in the blanks and you can use your imagination. And
Right. You were just in the dark until
Yeah.
the next issue came out.
Exactly. So you're like, oh my God, if you're reading the X-Men, perfect example is like 125. It's like you've got Lorna Dane, who's Polaris. Everyone on Muir Island is being attacked by we don't know what.
So you have to wait a month until you find out who.
She's on the phone with Cyclops, and she's like, oh my God, because they thought that the X-Men were dead.
Yeah.
And she's on the phone with Scott Summers, Cyclops, and he's like, Lorna, I have to get, what's going on? And it's like, oh, we're being attacked, and oh my God, and she screams, and
The line goes dead.
the line goes dead, and Cyclops is holding out the phone, and he turns to the X-Men and says, oh my God, the phone just went dead. So you're like, and then it stops, and then it ends, and you're like, holy shit, because it's very horror. I mean, that's of course 1979 horror. You're like, oh my God, the call was coming from inside the house. And you're like, that I can't wait. And then you wait that month. So, but your mind is going like a million miles in all directions. Like, who was that? What did they do? Oh my God, this, that, the other thing. And you're like,
But does that work better for action and drama versus like comedy? Because like,
no, it doesn't work well for comedy.
yeah, because people I would expect would be like, oh, well, I want my episode now, please.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you. Like,
they even with action, you want that. Action and horror, you want it now.
Yeah.
Because we've trained ourselves for that instant gratification.
Oh, in the binge era, 100%, where
Yes.
things get released.
Back in the day, but it didn't work for comedy back then. That's why SNL were just skits.
Yeah.
That's why, what were some of the more popular comedies back in the 70s and 80s? MASH. MASH was...
Dad loves MASH.
MASH was funny for the first 3 seasons. Everything else just... and
then
Hawkeye Pierce was... This is like... people will hate my guts for saying this, but Hawkeye Pierce is one of the shittiest characters ever on TV. Ever. Because he was so judgmental, and he was like the most flawed human being on the face of the planet.
I have no emotional connection to MASH, so like you could say whatever you want, Mike Zapcic.
Did you ever watch MASH though?
I watched a couple episodes.
Excellent.
I was a TV Land kid. Holy
Okay.
crap.
Yeah.
So MASH was. You're like. What a terrible human being! Oh my God, he's lecherous. He's a drunk.
Although to be fair, I was more of a Hogan's Heroes fan.
Which is really weird because they were all about the Nazis.
I found that show hilarious. I see nothing. I know nothing.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, they were bumbling, and that was part of the charm of it.
Yeah.
And I can look back.
It makes Batman 66 look weird when the 2 Nazis make a cameo on their
that
show.
was a little bit odd. Well, it was just Clink.
Oh, it was just Clink.
It was just
Okay.
Clink. I would have loved it if
it was both of them.
You're going to the Russian front.
Oh man.
That 3 people out there, actually the 3 people who are watching, only one of them's going to get that.
But in terms of
That's our ratio. Listen, 1 out of 3 gets
The
in the
guy-
Baseball Hall of Fame.
The guy in Peoria, he's the one who's like 70 years old.
Yeah.
Like I get
He
that.
came upon this by mistake.
I got that reference. Thank you very much, Mike Zapcic.
He came for the hot Yellowstone talk and stuck around for the Hogan's Heroes reference.
Damn straight. And he's like, "What's this Iron Golem I'm hearing about?"
There's no Jews in
got it.
Peoria. How
but
dare
it
you?
is. But do you guys have it planned out in that way where it's like, oh, we're gonna drop maybe issue 2 in X amount of time?
Yeah, in like 2 months.
Okay.
2 or 3 months, whenever.
And you guys, your crowdfunding effort did freaking amazing.
Thank you. Yes, we did. We were fully funded in 12 hours.
Yeah, which is
That
I am not
never-
Veronica Mars,
huge.
but
That never happens unless you had the crowdfunding gods above you. I'm so
Thank you.
happy for you
Thank
guys.
you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're like extremely. We got our stretch goals. We've got as of now. If you're listening to this, we're probably done with this, but I've got stretch goals. Like for me now, I have a couple stretch goals that we have to do. So, which is still pretty cool. And
And if you want to tell him what a horrible take he has on MASH in person,
Yeah.
you're actually making a rare convention appearance.
I am. I'm going to be at
right.
Super Jersey Comic Expo because the Secret Stash we're sponsoring the Super Jersey Comics Expo,
Oh, cool.
which is the Mallrats reunion, Mallrats
Yes.
mini reunion.
Yep.
And Renee Humphreys is going to be doing a signing before.
Okay.
Yeah. So Super Jersey Comic Expo, we're all behind.
You're gonna
that.
be rare comp. Well,
Yeah.
the stash eats up your time, doesn't it?
Yeah. it
Yeah,
does.
well,
it's good.
Yeah.
He,
No,
has,
of course.
he has a love to travel with the. He did tons of them when the show was on.
I
think
did.
I think we got into this.
We did, yeah. And
years ago, and it
like
wasn't-
hanging out with Ming. Ming Chen was that man never sleeps, and he does there are 52 weeks in a year, right?
Yes.
He does 108 cons in a year. So
He tries to cramp 53 weeks in a year.
so 116 cons.
Yeah.
But that
And
man
2
just-
karaoke parties for every con.
But yeah, so he's at 863
and a
characters.
That's
night
how math
drinking.
works.
And he
And a
drinks
partridge
until
in a pear
4 o'clock.
tree.
And whenever we were in Kentucky, we would have the Bourbon Council bringing bottles over to us. And I'm like, where the fuck were you guys when I drank? Where were you? You're probably like lobbying.
Because
to-
now I'm no fun to party with.
I'm
Yeah,
really
exactly.
not.
Now I have to give these away as gifts.
Yes.
And that makes
And
me
thank
sad.
you. I am going to.
But aren't you still a Kentucky?
I am a Kentucky Colonel.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm a legit Kentucky Colonel. I should, get in touch with
More than just in appearance.
That's
obviously.
absolutely.
You're
I'll say.
Honorary Kentucky Colonel.
I don't just
So
look
when
like
Kate
Foghorn
comes to
Leghorn.
Louisville,
When Kate goes to Louisville,
right.
I said Louisville.
That's right. Cape Roadshow is coming to Louisville one of these days.
It's
We're
going to
gonna be
be a Louisville soap opera.
We're bringing a Kentucky Colonel with us.
He's
Damn
going
straight.
to be
I'm
a
actually,
Kentucky
I
soap
love my
opera.
friends.
I'm going to go and I'm going to buy a white suit, and we're going to.
Are you going to go to the con in a Sanders white
yes.
suit?
Holy shit! I
Oh my
should.
Yes.
God.
Just like, I said, how are you, son?
Yeah. That's a joke, son. There's going to be a whole lot of that.
That'd be amazing.
Which
That
is-
would be so good.
I have the hat. Just like, I say.
See,
I
like,
said what?
like-
I said what?
It's like that musical cutaway in Fletch Lives. Yes, sir. Dippity-doo-dah.
Or in,
I can't sing it because Disney will flag us, but
they already did.
We're
We're done.
locked.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Dr. Detroit?
Yes.
Great movie.
There you go.
Such a
even, yeah,
Dr. Detroit.
even
Dan
further
Aykroyd.
cut. You never see it? James Brown?
Oh my God.
James Brown in an acting role outside of Blues Brothers?
Yes.
Wow,
Well,
okay.
Dan Aykroyd movie. Of course he's,
Yeah, wow. Wait.
Who else would cast 80s James Brown? Speaking of.
Written by Dan or
Yes, written by, starring. He didn't direct it.
He did. He directed,
It was a flop.
He directed Nothing but Trouble.
Nothing But Trouble?
Right. He only
Which-
directed Nothing But Trouble.
Featuring Tupac.
Which I love. Not a bad movie. Which actually, there's something to tie it all together since
the
we've been
bad
talking about
movie?
arts. Yes. So we're talking about bad movies
that you love?
That we love.
earlier. That where did it start? We had a little bit to talk about
So-
Last American Virgin
Yes,
We did.
we started there
we're talking
because
about- you were talking
I was certain that it was a canon movie.
because you just watched the Canon Films documentary.
Yes.
Because we were actually trying to like pigeonhole all of those 80s movies.
Right.
Like, that.
Because you've never seen Revenge of the Nerds. It was a whole thing
Yeah, that
we
was
kind
it.
of talked
Revenge
about.
of the Nerds, which
There
is
was some hot
little-
Ted McGinley talk.
Yeah. Revenge of the Nerds, a little rapey. You know?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, very problematic movie, and
They
it
get you
was
canceled.
yeah. It should have gotten a lot of people canceled. Not
But it
Ted
would-
McGinley though.
But it
I
was,
know that it's
Well, Robert
problematic.
Carradine's now dead. R.I.P.
I know that it's problematic enough that when they tried to do the remake, they shut it down after 2 weeks of filming. You know that story?
Yeah.
Fox tried to do a remake of it in like 2005 when everything was getting remade.
Right. Well, they did direct the DVD Bachelor Party sequel. Too.
Yeah,
I remember that.
and it
My
was-
friends went to a test screening of that, and I was like, "They didn't do a Bachelor Party sequel. You're kidding!" And then it comes out on DVD like 9 months later, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Couldn't believe it. It was kind of funny.
Making sure
Anyway, so bad movies. So you said Roadhouse.
Roadhouse is
is
my
your favorite bad movie.
yes.
Oh, mine's
You
Maximum
said
Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive, which you're
Yeah.
representing with your shirt.
No, 100%. But like,
But I don't know. See, I don't consider those movies bad. I mean,
listen,
I've
this
gotten
was
into some
marketed
argument-
as a horror movie and it fails at that.
yes, it does.
But
Yeah.
as an action comedy,
It's amazing.
Maximum Overdrive kind of excels. Like, it's creepy, maybe,
A little bit.
but it's also kind of hilarious. I mean, what other movie will you see Pat Hingle wield a fucking
I mean, if that's the bar,
mean, bazooka?
Besides Batman, I mean, go on.
But no, and also hearing Yeardley Smith in a role pre-Simpsons.
Yes.
Although I did just hear on an interview of hers where she actually brought up Maximum Overdrive is that she got the job while on set for that. She was like, "Oh, I got a call from my manager." And she was like, "Yeah, they want me in New York for this cartoon that was Tracy Ullman was producing."
Oh, right.
And that ended up being The Simpsons.
Yeah, when it was a skit on Tracy Ullman show. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I know that it fails in some regard, but I love it regardless. Like, it's fun to me.
See, I've had this discussion with many people, particularly with regard to the, let's say, second and third tier action films of the late 80s, early to mid 90s, like the Seagal and Van Damme movies, like those they're
don't
not
like
A-list.
Seagal.
Obviously, Stallone and Schwarzenegger are the A-list of those. Bruce Willis. But the second and third tier, I mean, I talk about like Marked for Death, which is a Steven Seagal movie, which is hilarious. Cobra, which is a Stallone movie and a Cannon film,
That's funny.
which
one.
is
That's funny.
hilarious.
That's funny as hell.
Tango and
It
Cash
is.
is great.
Tango Cash is a fun movie.
Oh,
That
yeah,
should have
yeah.
had a sequel.
That's fun,
so I
yeah.
don't consider that to be a bad movie necessarily.
But you've also got movies like, and that's Seagal's a piece of shit. That's just,
I mean,
Yeah,
well, that's
yeah.
what's
as
well
a human
known.
being and as an actor, he's a piece of shit.
For sure. And did
That's
one-
why I was like,
did
is-
two
is-
legitimately great movies. Under Siege and Above the Law are actually great movies.
Yes.
Is
as
the
movies.
appeal of Steven Seagal similar to how people like Tommy Wiseau? Like, kind of ironically?
No,
No,
there was a
that.
legit
Really?
audience for like those kind of action movies.
He never clicked for me. Like, I would see him pop up in one of these action movies,
Right.
and I'd just be like, what? Like he just never had that presence.
It was of the time when everybody wanted those. You know what? It was a lot of kind of post Die Hard. I mean, Under Siege is Die Hard on a boat. So, but it's like, cop who doesn't play by the rules, which was a trope in the 70s that been pretty much after John McClane became a trope in the. I mean, Die Hard on Air Force One. There's a movie called Air Force One. Die Hard on a ship is Under Siege. Die Hard in a building. Oh wait, but that really was like a type of movie that was made. Die Hard on a train was Under Siege 2. Die Hard on a bus was Speed.
Ridiculous. It was Under Siege 2
Under Siege 2 was so stupid.
Wait, what's stupider, Under Siege 2 or Speed 2?
Oh, that's a race to the bottom.
I never saw Speed 2.
I saw Speed 2 in the theater because friends wanted to see it, and I got dragged along.
Speed 2 so bad.
So
bad.
Speed 2 is
that may be the biggest drop from an original to a sequel. That might be it.
Although
because
Under Siege 2, Eric Bogosian.
Eric Bogosian.
There you go.
Who is great in the movie,
but he's so wooden. You can tell his acting is very wooden. He's phoning it fucking in. I swear to God, I think he
Hey, some people need a paycheck. They need to pay the bills.
There you go. Well, not all of us can be on camera. Cameo.
He is. He didn't do many movies. He did what was it, Talk Radio, that Oliver Stone movie in the 80s.
That's right.
Like he's done a handful of movies.
And he did Uncut Gems.
He did.
Oh, was he in that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He played his brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, which is a whole other discussion.
How dare you?
That's what everybody says, but I can. Okay. But see, those movies weren't. They're not bad. They're not great, but they also are great because they're bad, which I know makes no sense. But the discussion I've had with people recently is like, see, those movies, as much as you can laugh at like a movie like Hard Target, which is Van Damme with a Belgian accent being Cajun in New Orleans, hilarious. Yes. But it's one of those movies that has aged incredibly well over the last 30 years because at least there were stunt drivers, there were actual explosions, there were fights, there was shit blowing up. Like, it looked bad at the time, but you watch it now, you're like, oh, this is a real fun action movie because that's a dude on a motorcycle jumping over cars.
Yeah.
Like, there is shit that you watch it and you're like, oh wow, it looks so cool. Whereas
now we have the volume.
It looked hokey back then, right? But now everything's VFX, including the weapons. So when you watch those movies, you could watch a Seagal movie or a Van Damme movie, and at the time you'd be like, oh, this is obviously, like I said, like a second or third tier action movie.
But that's
what watching it now, you feel stakes. I would love to. I actually said there was a discussion with somebody who, funnily enough, was supposed to be here. We'll get into that some other time. Who was going to do kind of like a MST3K kind of interactive screening kind of thing
for action movies.
And I wanted to do Hard Target, the movie I'm talking about, because I'm like, you watch this movie now, and I watched it with friends recently because I bought the 4K because I'm nuts. And I said, you know what? Well, also I want to see the international cut because I'm nuts. But I said, this is a movie that would actually be a lot of fun with an audience, and they would walk away not just because of our live commentary, but because watching the movie again, you're like, oh, this is great because they're blowing up buildings and Lance Henriksen is a baddie. And it's like, like you're watching it and there's actual, fights because Van Damme could actually do moves, unlike Steven Seagal. I mean, he actually could kick and, do shit like that. So when you're watching like stunt people and, car chases and
there's
all
an
that.
art to that.
There is that we don't have now.
Roadhouse is my favorite bad movie because here's my, I suppose my prism that I look through. If I can name like the line before they say it, when I'm watching it for the first time, which I did with Roadhouse, like pain don't hurt. He's going to say something like that,
right?
And you get a line with I fuck guys like you in prison. You're like, who the fuck says that during a fight? I mean, really? That's so inappropriate.
And we know who else is in Roadhouse, don't we?
And we also
That's right, Sam Elliott.
The double douche. So, and you're looking at that and you're like, and you're watching them have these fights, and they are not choreographed really, really well.
No.
It was made on the cheap for sure.
It was.
Like, it was like we got a bar,
the spectacle,
and we got Patrick Swayze. Let's go.
The spectacle goes into the usage versus like the actual coordination of it. It's like, oh, we got a car, it'll blow up. Maybe not well, but it'll blow up.
Right. Oh, yeah.
We'll have squibs that'll make it look like this whole place is getting shot up. You might want to duck, but hey, we got him.
Yeah, right.
Like, but there's a level to that we just don't see that.
No,
in
it's
these
a bummer.
movies.
Those.
I mean, John Wick, I think, is the closest we got in a while.
It is.
To
And
like,
that is a hybrid of VFX and practical work. But I think
later. The first one is
for sure.
way the more practical.
But the reason I feel like John Wick works so well is because they're not constantly doing cuts. There's a lot of long shots. I mean, that's one of the things. You know, the first Bourne Identity works great. The second one, with it being handheld, they're constantly doing cuts. I'm dizzy. Like the second and third Bourne movies, I'm like, oh my god, it's so shaky. I don't know what's going on. Almost in a Michael Bay way, but with actual actors.
I mean, even the newer action movies, they're showcasing their action properly. Like they're like nobody. Thank God we're kind of getting away from that shaky cam. I remember watching tutorials when like that was how I would learn filmmaking, and there were quite a few that were just like, hey, if you keep it shaky, you can kind of have.
You can cheat.
You can kind of cheat.
Yeah.
And they're not wrong, but it's the lazy way to do it. Is choreographing a fight scene much more difficult? Absolutely. Right. But there's an art to it. That's why there's a specific group of people that do this. But there was a movie that just came out within the last 2 years, and I'm curious if you guys have seen it. Did you guys, either of you, see The Fall Guy?
I saw it.
I know that you might not watch it, but I recommend you should.
You should.
It's a great stunt movie, dude.
I know obviously the premise from the show.
Yeah,
the show was great.
The show was
great. Rewatched the show.
The movie does the show justice.
Yeah,
and it's weird. Like I was not prepared for that. For that adaptation, I was expecting something like that to have been done in like the early 2000s, but it has that action vibe now of like the John Wick movies. And like at least in terms of showcasing it and practical things that they would do.
I like the first two John Wicks and the fourth one where he's fighting.
I like the fourth one because it's very Warriors-esque. Like it's him trying to get.
I know, but him trying to get up that fucking hill and he keeps falling back. Like he
the
gets
stairs,
up,
jumping out the window, landing on the car.
Yeah,
it's like how can you walk? Like you get a little like okay, he's. We know he's not.
He's got
immortal,
main character syndrome. It's not his fault.
He's way too superhero though in like the third and fourth one. I agree with that.
Oh my god!
Like it's less gritty because of it. Because you're like, come on. Like how does he survive? How does he get kicked down the stairs and again he can still walk and then has to do the whole thing over again? It's
and
like,
then
oh my God.
I mean, of course, you then start to question the world and how this works.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah, Keanu's older than both of us.
Yeah, I know,
like,
right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, because he's a madman. So
yes, this is true. He's made a different stuff.
And he's also game to do the silly stuff still, which I appreciate. The newest Bill and Ted. Like he'll go from doing something like John Wick to being like, let's go back and do Bill and Ted.
Well, they wanted to do it for a really long time. So the fact that, and now they're talking about a fourth one, which is possible apparently. I don't know, but
really,
Last American Virgin also starred one of the princesses from the first Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's right. She was in it.
Diane Franklin.
Yeah. And she was in Better Off Dead.
Oh my God.
Which is another underappreciated
Better
80s
Off Dead.
gem.
Yeah.
Which just came out in 4K, and I was like, I just bought the Blu-ray. That always happens. I'm like, there's no way they're going to put Paramount's not going to put this on 4K. Criterion should put it out on 4K, if I'm being honest.
They should.
But I was like, this isn't going to come out. I'll spring for the Blu-ray finally. It's like $15 or whatever. I paid
and most
full rate.
unappreciated by John Cusack, that piece of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that and Sure Thing are the kind of forgotten John Cusack movies.
Yeah,
but really good.
That is considered forgotten, really?
Well, I mean, it's not. It's an 80s teen movie that's overlooked. Let's put it that way. It's definitely one that doesn't get its due.
It's not 16 Candles.
Yeah, it's
which also John Cusack was in.
I mean, yeah, but at the same, I guess
one of the
it was
nerds.
just introduced to these. When you're introduced to these things, it's like, Oh, it's part of the lexicon. When then you
Right.
hear from another perspective. Actually, no. So
You've seen Better Off Dead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would
Off
think
Dead's
so.
great, yeah.
I
I
would
would hope.
completely expect that you would
the
have.
other
but
one I did not see.
Sure
Sure
thing.
thing?
Yeah,
Yes,
same.
that
Okay.
one I have
Yeah.
not
You
seen.
should.
It's a really good movie.
I recommend that highly.
I own it, of course.
I had a in high school. I had like a film class, and we watched Better Off Dead in high school in a class. It was like it was very funny.
That's not. That's a great high school movie that you probably shouldn't show high schoolers.
I actually got to drive
That's
Amanda
incredible.
Wiss up to the Albany Comic Con,
Yes.
and it was
mentioned
just
that.
awesome. Yes,
Right. Exactly.
Like,
You're like,
Beth,
oh.
would it be all right if I took you out? And she's like, no,
Yeah.
no, it really isn't. I'm like, okay.
There's one bad movie that we kind of skipped over the discussion that we were talking about it before, but you love Masters of the Universe, the movie. Was that you were
Yeah,
talking
but
about it before?
it's not a bad movie though. I don't contend that is a bad movie.
Why? Like,
Well,
like,
I
do you-
mean,
like,
it isn't bad. It fails
like,
on what
where-
level?
like going into it, like what? I don't get that.
I think I can answer this one for you, if I may. Let me answer half.
No, go ahead. I want to hear your theory first.
Frank
And here's the thing,
Langella.
I am not judging because you're right. His
Let him-
portrayal
let-
of Skeletor.
Oh my
let
God!
him-
Talk about the
Shoot
anti Chris Aballo. There is so much joy in that portrayal of and you're like, yes, I believe you're.
I'll tell you. Listen, I will say though, because Frank Langella is he is acting his ass off. It's like he's in a different movie, kind of like Thor: Guns N' Roses, like the movie Christian Bale is in. I want to see, not the rest of the movie. It's like you are so good that you don't belong in this movie.
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder.
Thor: Guns N' Roses.
Thor: Guns N'
Anyway,
Roses.
so I'm like I want to
He
see.
is acting the way you want Eric Roberts to act.
No, he's acting away. Eric Roberts could, if he lived a year for every dollar he charges on Cameo, he wouldn't act that well. But anyway, no, Masters of the Universe. Now, I get, okay, we have villains nobody's heard of, these henchmen, because Canon didn't get the rights, so they had to invent these, random guys to go after them.
couldn't afford
exactly.
the effects
And it's
to do
awesome
them.
that it takes place on Earth because, again, you save budget. Like, from a filmmaking standpoint, I'm like, I completely understand what this movie.
yeah.
And I watched it in light of the Masters of the Universe movie that just came out because I was like, okay, Dolph Lundgren, you buy as He-Man because he was in his 30s. The kid in the new He-Man's like 18. And he's like, I've been away a long time. Like, since when? Since fourth grade? Like, that's one of the reasons I could not buy into Masters of the Universe. I'm like, he's not He-Man, he's He-Kid. Like, he's way too young.
He's like
Dolph
20,
Lundgren.
He's like 25.
Yeah.
Okay, but he looks 18. So
Okay.
I'm looking at Dolph Lundgren and I'm like, I believe him to be a badass. Period. I believe he can lift that sword. Absolutely. And for all the goofy elements of it, I'm like, okay, it is genuinely a fun movie. So I feel like mission accomplished. As far as that goes, I realize they were doing it on a limited budget, but I don't see that as being a bad movie. I went to a sold-out screening at the Egyptian Theater in Hollywood, where
For
they had
Masters of the Universe?
Everybody was there, basically, including Gary Goddard when he was still alive. Chelsea Field was there. Like the cast was there. Not Billy Barty, sadly. Not Dolph Lundgren, sadly, but everybody else was there. The theater was packed. It was sold. It was
Oh my
huge.
God.
It was
That's,
such an amazing.
That's Courtney
night.
Cox's first movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, she wasn't there. Sorry, she wasn't there either.
She's too famous for that.
But her and Dolph Lundgren, believe it or not. How much does Dolph
And
Lundgren
then,
charge a cameo, by the way? But anyway,
Strickland.
he 100%
Strickland's in
is.
that movie too.
Yes,
From Back
you know
to
what?
the
I don't
Future.
remember
just
if he was
forgot his
there,
actions.
actually.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. And he's great.
He's great.
in that movie, and I just love that he's playing that part. But he's also like the cop the other cops don't believe, which is fun. I don't think it's a bad movie. A movie that I will say that I've gotten a lot of shit for because to me, it's not a bad movie. It's a
I'm
movie
not giving you
that-
shit. I'm like, out of all the ones that we know of,
Right.
I'm just surprised that it's the most fun.
Okay, but I was 7 when it came out, so I'm predisposed.
That's biased.
That's what I'm
biased.
saying. But that's why I'm the audience for the Masters of the Universe movie that just came out. Is Guy?
The peanut gallery. I
he's
love
awesome.
it. Yeah, I like
seriously.
this kid.
Guy in his mid-40s, because it's not for kids now. Kids don't give a shit about He-Man now.
No.
So it is for people my age, and most people my age most other guys, zero interest in this film. So I'm like, I don't understand why this movie is happening right now and why you have a cartoon Skeletor. I know it's because it's an IP, so it has some kind of value, but people didn't show up for it because look at the theatrical, look at the box office.
The box office was good.
Decent compared to what it could have
Not
been.
what they wanted it to be. Let's put it that way.
But it did well enough with people that they are considering a sequel on Prime exclusively, which is what it should have been in the first place.
Listen.
Kevin,
the reason Amazon makes movies is a write-off. It's a write-off. They're a tech company. They're not a film studio.
How much is he?
Dolph Lundgren is on Cameo.
Okay.
Oh,
Of course
my
he
Here
is.
we go. All right.
I'm going to say $2,000.
We will go in reverse order. You first.
I'm going to go $250.
Okay. Christian.
I'm going to say like $2,000.
2,000. Jack Obbs.
$5,000 and a free BJ.
Did he say
And a BJ. Yeah. And a chocolate whey protein shake.
Legally give that. And holy fuck.
You laughed so hard you broke your glasses.
You know what it was? I was expecting another sandwich.
Another
Here comes BJ. I'm sorry.
All right. Now before we
B&J.
Go. What is it?
Now, before we reveal, I just want to say, are we not learning a lot about Jack based on the stuff he's saying? People should require, in addition to money.
I feel
like
more
we're learning
about
a lot about this kid right off the
Him
bat.
and his mom and dad's tastes, I now know.
Okay. So, all right, now the stats: 24-hour delivery,
Wow.
Oh, I'm fucked.
only
Never mind.
322 reviews, which is surprising.
Wow.
But 4.97 out of 5.
Okay, that's good.
But Mike wins 350.
On
Which
the
I'm
money.
shocked. Yeah.
Wow.
Which again. Okay, so
Do I get a cameo from Dolph Lundgren now?
Actually, Mike, here he comes.
Oh my God.
Michael. It was very nice to meet you.
Wait, hold on. We have him right now.
Okay, no.
Wait. Me.
Now, the funniest part is we can literally get 3 Ernie Hudsons and a Dolph Lundgren for less than 1 Eric Roberts.
That is insane.
It's a man's world, is all I can say. Like, I don't know. But that's crazy.
Oh my God.
I can't believe
So
it.
good.
Although I do kind of want to go now that everybody's in. Dolph Lundgren is actually doing because his memoir is coming out.
Yeah.
He's doing the Q&A at like the Carteret Performing Arts Center. I kind of want all of us to go now. It's only like $70 and includes a copy of the book. So I'm pretty sure we need an
And a
outing.
BJ,
No, fuck the cameo. Being in the room with him is worth $70. And for you to shit talk Masters of the Universe, no. But
I'm not shit talking Masters of the Universe.
I know.
I'm just,
I know
out of
that.
all
You
the
just
movies,
want to know.
It was surprising.
Listen, the bad movie that I will, if I had to pick one that the world disagrees on, that I contend is a good movie for what it was exactly what I expected. That I did go see in the movies because my friend worked at AMC for free. And
Bias.
It's a bad movie in as much as I don't know how this movie cost $100 million in 2000 money because that money is not on screen. No.
That was in 95.
No. The Adventures of Pluto Nash. It's exactly what I expected. It's not a bad movie. I think it's a fun movie for what it is.
What?
It's a very expensive B movie. I'm not. I like it. I have it on DVD.
Okay.
It's exactly what I expected.
Listen, everybody-
Randy Quaid is a crazy robot sidekick.
You don't have to
defend your choice.
No,
dude.
I'm not defending it. I'm just saying,
you
like,
kinda are.
it's what I expected it to be. Again, $100 million. Don't know where that money went at all. When you watch the movie, I look at it as it's a B movie. It could have been a Bruce Campbell movie, but it stars Eddie Murphy and it cost way more money.
How dare you? How dare you?
shitting on Bruce Campbell.
How dare
Bruce
you
Campbell
shit?
will tell you he's a B movie star. So he is
He's not to
completely
me.
into it.
I love me some Army of Darkness. I'm sorry.
My Name is Bruce is now streaming on Prime Video. It's been unavailable because of rights issues for years.
Man with
I
the
haven't seen
screaming
it
brain.
in like 16, 17
I mean,
years.
to be fair, we all have
My Name is Bruce is excellent.
the indefendable thing that we like.
Of course.
Yeah. I will just say, like, that's why I enjoy Pluto Nash because it's exactly what I expected. I was not disappointed.
And there's also the ones where you're just like, oh, I saw that when I was a kid. Of course I was going to fucking like that.
Right.
I don't give a
said that,
fuck. I don't care.
A friend
I
of
love
mine-
Elmo and Grouchland. That was one of my favorite movies growing up. Love that shit. I know it is terrible, but I don't give a fuck.
I have a
Love
friend-
Mandy Patinkin.
I have a friend who watched the Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe as a kid and loved it so much and refuses to watch it as an adult because he says, I know it won't hold up. I know I will not like it now. I don't want to keep it in a pristine place. And I understand that completely. I understand exactly why he's like, I don't want to rewatch it and ruin the memory because I've had that. A movie that I watched recently that I haven't seen in like 30 years, House Guest with Sinbad. Really bad movie. 8th grade, I loved it. I was like, a friend of mine, which I only thought of actually recently because his friend got in touch.
Bad movie. I actually liked it.
But have you watched it in the last like year or two?
Well, I probably won't because
it's
first off, Sinbad is.
Don't tell me you have a problem with Sinbad. I know you have a long hate list. Okay.
No, oh my God.
He's just having health issues right now.
Yeah, he's coming back to the stage. This will have gone up by the time.
Is he really?
But his first stand-up show since his stroke is July 30th at the Irvine Improv.
Oh, awesome.
I would love to see it. And one of the nice, met him after one of the shows.
Did. He came to the Stash.
One of the nicest. Did he really?
Yeah.
Like for compliment or on his own?
On his own.
Really?
Yeah. He's a fan of comic book, man.
He's
his son writes a comic book.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And one of the nicest guys. But it's one of those movies I watch, and it's also one of those things like having made some movies and worked on some different things. It's like, oh, this movie, it was more premise than a script, came together in editing. There's a lot of ADR. There's a lot of the person who's talking is not the one who's being shown on camera. There's a lot where you're like, oh, they kind of went into this movie not knowing what it was. And I watched it within the last year or two, because it popped up as like $4.99 digitally. I'm like, shit, I haven't seen House Guest in a long time. I think it came on DVD. It's one of the like 10 DVDs I didn't buy. So I'm like, I need to watch this movie. And I watched it and it just did not hold up for me. But that was the funniest movie.
One of those movies for me was...
When I was like 13.
It was 2. Good Burger. I remember loving Good Burger as a child.
Really? And doesn't hold up?
Well, no.
I didn't see, again, I didn't get all that was...
Good Burger's still good.
Maybe I just wasn't in a good mood.
But that was before your time.
And I was just like...
It was perfect for his age because he was born in 95. So like as a kid,
that
was a Nickelodeon movie. Yeah, exactly.
But like, I don't know. And then the other one was 8 Crazy Nights. That one I was like, this one really I liked as a kid. I found it
because a cartoon you find it charming, but as a movie you're like, this is
as an adult. I find the animation charming.
Right.
That's about it.
But it's another great Adam Sandler comedy.
Well, as a kid, I was like, this is hilarious. Like, look at all these jokes. No, not another one. But
you want to watch a really messed up movie that, like, right before Star Wars came out? Logan's Run.
Oh yeah.
Why did I think you were going to say
that? But that is regarded as a classic.
It's a classic, really, and it was the first time we got any really good science fiction. Mm-hmm. And it still holds up, but it was PG. And you had full frontal of Jessica 6 or whatever that was.
Really?
Yes. It's Jenny Agutter. Jenny Agutter, who was in Avengers. She was one of the ladies on the World Council. Yeah. The one that...
which was obviously Natasha, why she was chosen.
Yeah, exactly. Natasha.
As a deep cut.
That's crazy.
But you're like... Oh, I remember seeing it in the theaters with my parents, and I'm like,
wow. Why was Barbarella sold out?
Fritz the Cat. We wanted to go there.
My God! But you bring up an interesting time because once Star Wars hits, so many knockoffs then just start coming out.
100%.
Like.
Galaxy of Terror. Let's see.
What's the one that comes to mind? And you probably do know with Ernie Hudson. There is one with Ernie Hudson that came out around that time, and it was in 3D. That's the only thing that I remember about it. I know, but I just know that it was part of that era where everybody was like, "Science fiction is the new thing. Let's pump out our Star Wars."
And they did. Yeah, everybody. They had
Space Hunter, Adventures in the Forbidden Zone, 1983.
And wasn't that Robert Urich?
Yes.
Okay.
I was actually. It's so funny because I was thinking about that. Peter Strauss. Molly
Peter
Ringwald.
Strauss. There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking about that because that actually came out on like 3D Blu-ray as like one of the last. Releases. No. And
they were like, this will hold them on.
An American Canadian science fiction action film. Wow.
So that's weird. And you got
Space Hunter.
One of my favorite science fiction movies was Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh yeah, but that stands. That's not a Star Wars ripoff at all.
That
stands on its own.
Yeah,
but that's like the first science fiction movie that we had that wasn't Star Wars
Right,
base,
that
Star
wasn't-
Trek base.
It wasn't something that was
That
like
wasn't-
it had a force adjacent. It had a federation. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
its own thing.
It was its own thing, and you're like, wow, this is really cool. And they should have made so many. They
were
wanted
going
to make
to.
a
Kevin was
sequel
going
it.
to.
Yeah,
And then what? The rights. Like it's always rights.
it's always
It's always rights. Yeah.
Wasn't the reason Battlestar Galactica came out, the original one, was because of Star Wars?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Because
absolutely.
because I
Because
always,
they're stormtroopers, basically, with different
Yeah,
helmets.
yeah,
Shiny.
yeah.
Shiny
Because
helmets,
like
yeah.
every time
with Kit's scanner.
because
Yeah.
every time there's a big popular movie that comes out, every TV producer's like, oh, we need that for TV.
Of course.
So
And they
you
did
know,
Yeah.
that all the time.
I think
Yeah.
they did one for like Tron as well. I forgot the name of that one, but had like I forgot what it was. It was like
There's so
Well,
many.
you weren't around for it.
I
so
wasn't
there's
around
that.
for
So
that.
many things like that. Though,
You
where
didn't
it's
know it
like,
in the first place.
Oh, that popped off. Now we need to follow that
that's-
formula.
that's- They did
like
that with
Dukes of,
everything.
Dukes of Hazzard was like, oh, cars, stunts, and
That was
Daisy
Hooper.
Duke.
That was Hooper. That was any number of
Smokey and the Bandit,
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds movie.
basically. Yeah.
You know, where he was
I
like
know,
jumping.
Yeah.
Let's get up and comers and a car
Yeah.
and done.
Exactly. And
Right.
they used to do that with comic books all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
There was a
back in the
gimmick.
70s,
Mm-hmm.
it was all about, there wasn't a fad that they didn't get.
Get on.
Well, I mean, that's entertainment across the board. It's always chasing trends. Like whatever it is, we need to chase it.
Like the
And-
Kung Fu craze back in the early 70s, Master of Kung Fu, Iron
Right.
Fist.
yeah.
It was nuts.
The
Yeah.
show Kung Fu with David Carradine
That was created by Bruce Lee.
in Yellowface.
Right,
Yep.
because they didn't want Bruce Lee on.
And
yeah.
stolen by David Carradine, who
He
had a
colonized
tragic
it.
demise.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Yeah.
we're gonna say it's dehydration,
Yes.
so we don't get flagged on YouTube because that happens now. All right, gentlemen, this is what a hell of a way to kick off 2026. Am I right?
Yay.
Talking about shitty movies. Yeah.
Exactly. But also
But-
not.
But also,
Shitty, but not shitty.
Yes,
So,
and how Taylor Sheridan is the opposite of that.
yeah,
We
he's-
covered a
he's
lot of
genius.
ground.
Holy
Yeah.
God, the man's
And,
got the Midas touch.
And Mike Zapcic has a book.
I got a comic.
He's got a
coming out,
con
so-
appearance. I mean, there's a lot going on.
there's happening.
So yes, links down below. As far as the show itself, we don't know how many episodes we're going to be doing this year. We have like 10 in the can. It's going to go until sometime before the holidays. We'll take a break as we always do, and then come back next year at some point. So could be 12, could be 15. We don't know. There'll be a natural stopping point. We were talking a little bit before about the potential of a Halloween live stream, so maybe that'll come together. I'm sure there'll be something in November around Thanksgiving because it's become an annual tradition. And there will be some more fun goings on. So make sure you're subscribed, again, on the podcast streaming app of your choice, on the YouTube channel. Every Monday, new episode. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. Jack, thank you for letting us kick you around for a little while. And that'll do it. Like, subscribe, share, follow, all that other good stuff. So until next time, for Mike Zapcic, Christian Cortez, and Jack Obbs, this is Chris Aballo, and this was yet another experiment.